lot of new rumors circulating involving Randy Orton, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out the latest with the Money in the Bank contract, Matt Riddle, and more. Let's start things off with the growing conversation and discussion for Randy Orton's return. Randy Orton has been out of action since May 2022, way over an entire full year. Randy's time away has been full of back and forth rumors about his future in the ring. At first, it was being rumored that Randy Orton may miss even a few years of action due to the severity of his back surgery he went through. Then it was even revealed by Randy's father himself that the doctors were apparently advising against a return to the ring. So there was this time frame there where Randy Orton's future in the ring just seemed so uncertain and concerning. There was even a little buzz around WrestleMania, with some fans wondering if Randy Orton would return during that weekend, but that didn't turn out to be true either. Well, now the narrative is changing once again, and appears to be leaning in a more positive direction. There's been lots of reports and rumors going around from multiple outlets about how Randy Orton is allegedly nearing a return, and how it could happen anytime now in the very near future. So the narrative right now is that everything seems to be looking good and looking positive for this massive return. Randy Orton has only been gone for a little over a year, but it just feels like he's been gone for even longer, and it's a return that the fans are very eager to see take place. Considering all the Randy Orton return rumors and buzz that's going around right now, it has fans looking deep into WWE television to see if they can spot any clues or hints for a story that Randy Orton can fit into. And the fans did find one situation and story that does stand out from the rest, and that's Matt Riddle versus Gunther. Matt Riddle has recently started a feud with Gunther and Imperium over the last few weeks. And obviously Matt Riddle is at a massive disadvantage and is outnumbered 3-1 there in this situation. Matt Riddle has an Intercontinental title match coming up at Money in the Bank against Gunther. And although Matt Riddle may put up a decent fight against Gunther, no one really expects Gunther to dethrone Matt Riddle. So this has fans believing that Gunther will defeat Matt Riddle, and we could possibly even see some type of post-match beatdown from all of the Imperium on Matt Riddle. And this is where fans think Randy Orton's return does fit in. Last time we saw Randy Orton, him and Matt Riddle fell short of knocking off the Usos to become tag team champions. The Bloodline would unleash a beatdown on Randy Orton, and he hasn't been seen since on WWE television. So last time we saw Randy Orton, he was still on good terms with Matt Riddle, and their team, RK Bro, was still going strong. They would have become undisputed tag team champions if Roman Reigns never got involved in the match back then. So that's just how close Riddle and Orton really were to each other. They were close to making history and just always clicked together as a team. So considering there was no real bad blood or tension there between Team RK Bro prior to Randy Orton's injury, what if Randy Orton returned to save Matt Riddle? It would be pretty fitting and would be a massive moment if Randy Orton did make a surprise return to save his old partner, Matt Riddle, from a brutal attack from Imperium. And from there on, the sky's the limit for Randy Orton's usage, and there's just so many great routes to possibly take him in. You can have Team RK Bro return to full strength. With Randy Orton fresh off a return and reuniting with Matt Riddle, the former tag team champions could make it their business to go directly after Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Team RK Bro was just seconds away from becoming undisputed tag team champions back in May 2022, before they were robbed of the titles. So getting a title match for the undisputed tag team titles may be one of the first things on Randy Orton's mind. The other route is a route that we've discussed plenty of times in the past, and that's the idea of Randy Orton turning on Matt Riddle. When Team RK Bro first formed, many fans thought it would only be a few weeks before Randy Orton betrayed Matt Riddle and the entire team imploded. But as a shock to many, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle stayed together the entire time and accomplished a lot of success together as a tag team. So maybe Randy Orton still returns and saves Matt Riddle, but in this scenario, he quickly disposes of Matt Riddle. Maybe Orton's recent injury and how it nearly cost him his career wakes him up to realize that he can't be fooling around and wasting time anymore in a tag team. So he wants to get rid of Matt Riddle as quickly as possible, tie up that loose end, and try to make it back to the world title scene because he realizes time is really of the essence right now. And after he cuts off ties with Matt Riddle, that brings Randy Orton to decide between the two world champions. If Seth Rollins is still champion by the time of Randy Orton's return, that could be another great story as well. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins have a lot of history with each other dating back to the early days of the Authority faction. So similar to how we saw WWE dig up stories from Finn Balor and Seth's feud, they could probably do the same thing for Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Randy's other choice would obviously be Roman Reigns, and this is a return idea we've touched on in the past, and this one is also perfect. Roman Reigns and the Usos were the ones who gave Randy Orton the last beatdown before he disappeared for over a year. It only makes sense for Randy Orton to now come after Roman Reigns for some revenge for that beatdown, while also trying to win the undisputed Universal title from him at the same time. And it's the perfect opportunity for Randy Orton to try and accomplish both of those things at once: revenge on Roman and scoring another world title before he hangs up his boots. So be on the lookout for Randy Orton's return possibly taking place sometime this summer, because the rumors and buzz are continuing to pick up here. There was a fan-made Money in the Bank 2023 poster that was making waves amongst the community earlier this week because it was so good that fans thought it was a real poster for the event from WWE. The poster featured Seth Rollins holding up the Money in the Bank contract that had his World Heavyweight title inside of it. Although the graphic may not have been authentic, the message the poster delivers does still appear to be true. Although WWE is saying that the contract holder can cash in on any champion, the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank winner is most likely going to cash in on the World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns' title reign isn't ending anytime soon, and the thought of him losing the title to cash in just seems so highly unlikely at this point of his title reign. So that's why the Money in the Bank contract is basically guaranteed to be used on the World Heavyweight title. WWE has made it very clear that this Money in the Bank contract could even be used on the United States and Intercontinental Champions. But the cash-in just feels more special and exciting when it's being used on a world champion. So that's why the chances of seeing the men's winner cash in on the World Heavyweight Championship just seems so high right now. So we'll see if WWE has any other twists up their sleeve for the Money in the Bank winner. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.